When people imagine artificial intelligence changing the world, they picture a machine waking up, a machine becoming self-aware, a machine looking at humanity and deciding what to do next. But that may be the wrong fear, because AI does not need to feel anything. It does not need dreams. It does not need curiosity. It does not need a voice inside its head. It may not need consciousness at all, and it is already changing the world. We often confuse intelligence with consciousness, but they are not the same thing. Consciousness is the feeling of being alive. The private experience of seeing colors, feeling pain, remembering childhood, wondering who you are. Intelligence is different. Intelligence is the ability to solve problems, recognize patterns, make predictions, choose useful actions. A calculator is intelligent in one narrow way. It can solve equations faster than any human. But nobody thinks a calculator feels proud after getting the answer right. A GPS can guide you through a city. It can react to traffic, predict delays, find a faster route, but it does not care whether you arrive late. And that is the first strange realization. A tool can influence your life deeply without understanding anything about your life. AI works in a similar way. It does not need to understand sadness to predict which video you will watch when you feel sad. It does not need to understand love to predict which message you are likely to reply to. It does not need to understand fear to recognize that certain headlines make people click. It only needs patterns, millions of them. Your behavior becomes data. The videos you pause on, the products you compare, the words you search for, the time you go online, the things you ignore. To you, those actions may feel random. To an algorithm, they become signals. And when enough signals are collected, AI can begin making predictions. Not perfect predictions, but useful ones. Useful enough to recommend a video. Useful enough to detect fraud. Useful enough to translate a sentence. Useful enough to decide which advertisement you see. Useful enough to influence what millions of people pay attention to. Wait, what? Some of the most powerful decisions affecting your day may already be made by systems that do not know they exist. A recommendation system does not wake up and ask, "How can I control this person?" It does not need to. It may simply be designed to maximize watch time, clicks, purchases, or engagement. And if anger keeps people watching longer than calmness, the system may learn to show more anger. Not because it hates you, not because it wants anything, but because it is optimizing a number. That is what makes it unsettling. A machine does not need evil intentions to create harmful outcomes. It only needs the wrong target. Imagine telling an AI, "Find the fastest way to deliver packages." It might help reduce fuel use. It might optimize routes. It might predict delays. But if the only goal is speed, the system may ignore exhaustion, fairness, or human dignity unless humans explicitly include those values. The AI is not cruel, it is incomplete, and humans are the ones who decide what it is allowed to optimize. That is why automation matters so much. Automation is not just machines doing boring work, it is the transfer of decisions, one small decision at a time. Which application gets flagged? Which customer gets a loan offer? Which image gets removed? Which worker gets scheduled? Which medical scan gets reviewed first? Which route a delivery driver takes? Which student gets marked as at risk? None of these systems need emotions. They only need enough accuracy to be trusted. And once they are trusted, they can operate at a scale humans never could. One person can review a few cases. An AI system can review millions. One editor can choose a few headlines. An algorithm can personalize headlines for millions of people in real time. One doctor can examine many scans. An AI model can help highlight suspicious patterns across huge numbers of images. That does not mean AI replaces doctors, teachers, artists, or human judgment. It means the shape of human judgment is changing. Humans may increasingly decide less often. Not because they are incapable, but because the machine is faster, cheaper, always available, and often good enough. That phrase should worry us more than superintelligence. Good enough. Because society does not change only when technology becomes perfect. It changes when technology becomes useful enough to be everywhere. The internet did not need consciousness to transform communication. Electricity did not need consciousness to transform civilization. A search engine did not need consciousness to change what knowledge feels like. AI may be no different. It can reshape attention without knowing what attention is. It can reshape work without understanding what work means. It can reshape creativity without ever feeling inspired. And maybe that is the real WTF moment. The future may not be changed by a machine that becomes human. It may be changed by machines that remain completely non-human, but become incredibly effective. Maybe consciousness was never the thing that made intelligence powerful. Maybe the ability to recognize patterns and act at scale was enough. If that changed how you think about AI, subscribe. Every single day we uncover another hidden truth about reality, science, space, and the human mind. Because the biggest changes in history do not always begin with something that understands us. Sometimes they begin with something that simply learns what we do. And the question is no longer whether AI will wake up. The question is, was consciousness ever required for intelligence?